I'm aware that the problem in this world is in the mind. Poverty is the state of mind. Everything is just the mind.
Parenting isn't just about biology or bankrolling your children's lives. It's way more than giving birth, throwing food on the table, stuffing their hands with gadgets, or settling school fees. It's about shaping the future. Our kids' future, yes, but also the future of our nation. No pressure, right? Take Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, for example. Here's a guy who had future leader written all over him.
Millions of young people struggle with English as their home language is one of our 10 other official languages. But this weekend, non-mother tongue English students from across the country came together in Johannesburg to prove that they could communicate effectively and powerfully. The competition, sponsored by Sowetan newspaper and Anglo-American, carries prizes in the form of bursaries for students and schools, and the overall winner receiving a 10,000 Rand study grant. This morning we're joined by the winner of the competition, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. Mbuyiseni, well, congratulations. Just looking at this award, it's very heavy, made out of granite, and this obviously is the gold award. So the little, maybe we can get a shot of it there. We can see the center piece there, and that's actually gold. So this is a very valuable award in many more ways than one. Is that right?
Yes.
And you're still grinning from ear to ear. This happened on Saturday night. How do you feel about winning this award?
I feel very much honored, and I would like just to thank the Lord and give him the glory, because I believe it's not by might, not by power, but it's by his spirit. So I just feel honored.
I think by his spirit and power, and certainly a lot of hard work on your side.
Yes, I did a lot of hard work.
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is EFF or former EFF's Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. Sharp mind, natural charisma, and certain ingredients to positively influence our country. But somewhere along the way, the communists dressed in red swooped in and said, "We'll take it from here."
This is because as a racist society, or in a racist society, you either turn white or you disappear. At the risk of disappearing, of being irrelevant, of not having access to any forms of life, blacks have to wear masks to conceal their image. That is their only way of survival.
I'm aware that the problem in this world is in the mind. Poverty is the state of mind. Everything is just the mind. So I want to deal with the mind of these people. I want to bring about the change. Poverty is all in the mind. I believe in the statement in the Bible that says, "As a man thinks, so he is."
Sure, he's educated. Sure, he's eloquent. But unfortunately, with the red berets ideologies, let's just say they've turned his potential into a case study of wasted talent. This goes to show that raising future game changers isn't about stacking degrees and PhDs. Look at Floyd Shibambu, another educated man stuck on the wrong team. Well, his third wrong team in a row, from the ANC to the EFF and now the MK party. How does one explain an educated man joining 3 political parties whose ideologies have been proven time and time again to destroy countries instead of building them? Back to Mbuyiseni. He was one of the best communicators, speaking very well. He got an award for it, and you can clearly see that he was a good communicator indeed. He believed that he won because of hard work. As a young man, he loved God and he believed in hard work. That's meritocracy. But now he's been sitting on the wrong side, the side of people who believe that if you don't succeed as a black person, then you're being oppressed.
How important do you think it is, though, for people to be able to speak English properly?
I think association brings assimilation. If you
say that again, association brings
assimilation. If you associate with people who talk English too much and who to maybe speak perfect English, you will talk or speak perfect English.
But you obviously don't speak English at home.
Yes, but many times my friends at home, sometimes at church, speak English.
And what school are you at?
In Khutlotharo, Zone 3, Sebokeng.
So you're not at an English school, well, you're in a township school?
Yeah, it's a township school.
The young man from a Zulu family, from a township school, tells us that associations matter. He tells us that associations bring assimilation. I couldn't tell you these things when I was that age, and yet it is true. Birds of a feather flock together. So now the same applies to political beliefs. The same applies to cultural beliefs. Instead of encouraging that assimilation, basically the black potatoes have discouraged it. Church gave him good principles, but sadly, here he is now, a liar who pushes communist beliefs. He chose to simply go with the flow of communism. For what? For a job? I could almost come to tears looking at how his life has changed. Hopefully now that he has left the EFF, he'll go back to the right mindsets and the right beliefs. I think we can explain it this way. Education, while important, isn't the sole determinant of greatness. It's about the mindset, the influences, the ideologies that shape a person. You can hand someone the best education in the world, but if their foundation is shaky, they'll build castles that crumble. In this case, Mbuyiseni ended up associating with communists. Communists! Associations bring assimilations.
Was this something that you consciously decided that you want to be proficient in English, or is this just the way you are and you're a hard worker generally at school?
I think I'm a hard worker generally from school. Yes, it was not all in my plan, but I just felt that's passionate and finally I made it.
And how did it come about? Did you actually decide you wanted to enter this competition, you heard about it, or did your school put you forward?
No, I heard and I wanted to enter it. I heard and I wanted to enter it. I went to competitions and at school I won. I took first place until I came to the provincial part. I took first to the whole South Africa.
From a meritocracy mindset to a give me attitude. December and January, many of us have been up and down buying school uniforms and stationery, sports kits and lunch boxes, paying deposits and transport fees. We are doing it with the hopes of giving our children a shot of a great future through education. But please allow me to remind you that it is not just about education.
Our president.
You see, children are like dynamites and sponges. Dynamites because they are born with raw talent, unique personalities, and explosive potential to make an impact. Sponges because they soak up everything around them, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. And here's where the plot thickens. The environment they absorb determines whether the dynamite becomes a firework beautifully lighting up the world or a destructive force. So, to top it off, let's see what Mbuyiseni says about this.
For the first time at the unprepared speech, they gave me to talk on the topic light.
Light?
Yes.
And how much time are you given to prepare then for your unprepared
I'm
speech?
given 2 minutes to prepare and then 2 minutes to speak.
Okay, so what do you
Yes.
talk about? If I say to you talk about light, what do you talk about?
I would say, I said, light is if I am the light, light chases darkness out of somebody's life. If if our mothers and fathers can be our light, and then we'll have somewhere to go, like maybe walking in a dark tunnel, and then in order for you to see direction, you have to have light. That means light gives direction in life.
Mbuyiseni told us that light chases darkness from people's lives. To see direction, you have to have light. And he says fathers and mothers can be our light. Can you believe this? I have not heard the EFF sharing such encouragement or uttering such words. If anything, Mbuyiseni could have been better off in a party like the ACDP. Imagine a young child like that telling us the stuff that we are still pushing to this very day. So what are your children soaking up? Is it stuff that'll help them be their best selves, positively contributing to South Africa? Or is it toxic sludge that creates the very problems we complain about in society? Who is guiding them? Are you providing the light? Are you living by example for them to see how to live in the light? Or do they know you by the amapiano music, by the soapies and the alcohol? Do they know that there is always someone different in your life? What makes our work as parents even harder is that their sponges are at work everywhere. At schools with their friends and teachers, at family gatherings with that dodgy uncle, online with their favorite influencers, and yes, in university circles with SRCs and campus activists. The point is, influence is everywhere, and it is our job as parents to step in, filter out that nonsense, and give them a clear path to soak up what's good. As you're helping them with homework, buying their favorite gadgets, or planning their future, don't forget the power of influence and giving that light to give direction. Guide them away from what will derail their lives and towards what will improve them. And let's not forget that parenting is not just a mother's job. Here's a sad, hard truth. South Africa has a crisis of absent fathers, leaving too many boys and girls fumbling through life without a male role model to provide the light. Dear men, you really need to step up. And if the biological father has chosen to be a useless tool as a concerned citizen, don't just watch that young boy struggle. Offer guidance, be a mentor, because who knows, your positive influence might just shape him into the man who pulls our nation back from the edge.
I'm aware that the problem in this world is in the mind. Poverty is the state of mind. Everything is just the mind. So I want to deal with the mind of these people. I want to bring about the change. I believe I was born for a change. So I want the purpose of God about my life to be fulfilled.
You touched on poverty. Poverty is one of the biggest issues facing us.
Yes.
You say poverty is a state of mind.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Meaning poverty is all in the mind. I believe in the statement in the Bible that says, as a man thinks, so he is. So the way, if your mind operates in a poor way, or if you always think poverty-stricken, yeah, you go.
So you say you actually trap yourself mentally?
Yes. It's all in the mind. People who think positively, people who think in a positive way, they always succeed in life.
And you're very positive.
I'm very much positive.
We complain about the government, but who put that government in power? Voters. What type of people vote for incompetent, corrupt, self-serving people? Ignorant citizens vote for rubbish politicians. Those ignorant citizens don't just pop out of thin air. They come from homes with parents and guardians. Dear citizens, parents is the most important job we will ever have, and the stakes are sky high. The future of our nation starts at home. So let's get it right. Finally, do not raise children with a blame culture. Listen to the words of the younger and wiser Mbuyiseni Ndlozi as he informed us on how we can get better at doing anything.
Now, people say English is one of the most difficult languages to learn to speak. What would be your message of motivation to other youth out there who are battling with English and think, well, you know, I can't speak it, I battle with it, and therefore I'm really not going to bother with it? What would be your message?
I think my message will be, association brings assimilation. Practice makes perfect. Yes, if you speak English and practice more, try always, all the time to speak English. They might laugh at you, but try to speak English. I think we can excel because practice makes perfect.
That is a message to all of us. Practice makes perfect. Cliche words so true that they may have been said 1 billion times and yet they remain true. Mbuyiseni could have been the voice of reason, helping to spread the light to the masses. Imagine how many people need to hear all these words. The more you practice by doing the things, the more you become perfect or good at doing them. Anyway, that's it for today. If our content is to your liking, please like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to contribute to our work, please buy our t-shirts or donate to our account. All the details are in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Katlego. This is Citizen Concerned. And until next time, beware of the comrades.